credit to these guys. The way we defend, the way we get after it, all the things that we've been doing that has us trending up. You know, I thought early on in some of these games that we've won, we've made the choice early on and we set the tone and got some good W's. But for about 28 to about 30 minutes tonight, we didn't make that choice. You know, we got down by 11, but we didn't give up. And then we made the choice, and the rest was history. I'm super, super happy for these guys. These guys are doing everything we're asking as a coaching staff. I've got to give credit to GW. That was a phenomenal game. You know, I'm always rooting for GW, except for when they play George Mason, but I'm so happy for these guys.
Questions for the student athletes first?
Jared, kind of take me through the comeback initially, and then also just kind of how you guys kind of scraped your way through overtime there.
Honestly, in the huddle, we down 11. I'm just telling these guys, just one stop at a time. That's the only way we're going to get back. And then, to be honest, just KD's energy, and it flowed through everybody. It was one stop at a time. We getting steals like that. It allowed us to have that energy to come back.
Katie, what did you kind of see as you're kind of going through the second half? It felt like like he just said, the energy was a little bit of a spark there.
I just felt like I had to pick it up a little bit in the second half because how Jared started off the first half he had a ton of energy, and I felt like we would just leave him out there by himself a little bit for the plays he was making. So I just felt like it had to come from somewhere else and just help my teammates and just get it going for us.
And Jared, what were you thinking at the end of regulation when they had those two foul shots about a second or so to go?
When they
had it, when it was tied.
Castro.
Just hope he don't make them things. And then he made the other two to send it into double overtime. I don't know. That's just God.
Basketball guys who's with us today.
Other questions for the student athletes?
KD, when you see Jared in double overtime, he's still guarding literally everybody on the court across multiple possessions. How does that kind of keep the energy going for you when you see your teammate playing like that?
Oh man, that's everything. I mean, you just see him going out there and risking his body to give it all for you and your team. How can you not just jump on the train and do the same?
Jared, I think it was 16 rebounds today. I know that's a career high, but did it feel like that you were in there for 16 rebounds, and did it feel
Absolutely.
like I thought it looked like it.
Oh, he had 16 rebounds?
16 rebounds, yeah.
Sheesh.
I mean, was there anything different about the way you went about it today?
Just the will to win, honestly. I hate to lose. Like, I really hate to lose, and I just can't. That's really all it was.
Anything else? Okay, thank you guys, appreciate it.
That's a trash
Tony, I know we've talked about Jared a number of times, but that felt like between the steal at the end, the jumper late, all the rebounds, it felt like he was in the middle of just about everything for you.
Yeah, it's I feel like it's deja vu every game. You know, we talk about the same guy that just lays it out on the line for us. A guy that does not start the game, doesn't care about starting the game. It helps the ecosystem of our team and how we manage. For him to go out there and get 16 rebounds, and I mean, you don't win a college basketball game at George Mason without Jared Billups. And what he's starting to do, he's a contagious basketball player. He's a contagious person, and that's starting to transform into some of these other guys. And if we could just continue to kind of ping pong that energy between different guys, we're going to be a hard team to beat.
KD, that was as good as I think I've seen him play since he's been here. What was different you thought about him today compared to maybe some past games?
It's just one of those things. As a competitor, me and KD are similar in a lot of different ways. We're different in a lot of different ways. I'm not too far removed from his passion and the way he gets after it. I probably have a little bit more patience than most people in America because I know he wants to win. I know he has the will to win. And just staying the course with him, man, and trying to figure some things out that can help him, but then can help us as a team collectively. And, I just thought that he kept his head in the game tonight. And once he got his rhythm, it was hard for him to just, it was hard for them to just kind of stop him in the ball screen. We didn't do anything complicated. But he had his rhythm, he had his confidence, and he was able to get, downhill and make some big free throws down the stretch. Now I'm gonna require him to be a little bit more consistent because it's gonna get real, and we can't play make believe. This was a nice win at home, but when we go on the road, we're gonna be target practice, and we're gonna need all these guys to be super locked in.
Coach, in a game like this that is so physical for yourself, where is the line where you choose what are the things that you want to address with the officials and what are the things you just let go?
To be honest with you, we're 14-5 now. We're 19 games in. I don't have a technical foul. I don't plan on getting one. I thought there was some moments in that game where it was a physical game on both sides. Honestly, I'm just, the basketball guys were with us tonight, because I had, he goes to the free throw line. I was thinking a whole bunch of different things. And then I had to reel myself back in and just maintain my poise, and we were able to figure it out. That's why you don't get technical fouls, because you never know what it comes down to when it comes to the possessions. And so I can't ask these guys to have poise, and I don't have the same.
Early in the game, the ball found Darius quite a bit, and then there was this long stretch where it didn't. Was there something in particular they did that take him away, and what was that?
I mean, they do. They've got some similarities to us. They're playing a lot different than they did last year. They're pressing you full court. They're 2-2-1-ing, man-to-man. They're junking it up. They're slowing you down. And when you get in the half court, there's 19 seconds left, and you can't even get into a real offense. And then they're switching everything. They've got a mobile five-man. And so they're taking you out of their offense. And I think that's what's made them pretty good over the last couple games. And, Darius has some looks, and we all know if Darius Madison's open, he's going to make the shot. I thought the one corner three that he took with maybe about 2 minutes to go. Sometimes I'm a psychopath. I told him that wasn't an open shot. He was wide open, and he should have shot that shot. However, the greed in me wants to dribble it, get to the rim, maybe get to the free throw line. But you got to take that all day. I think if he makes that three, you're up 7, and that could be the game. But him and Jared Billups, those are, Batman and Robin, and those guys are stepping up. And so, we're going to continue to trend up. But that was a good win. I'm proud of those guys.
And the situation had Justin playing some pretty important minutes. I saw when the last time you subbed him out, it was like you were also giving instruction, but also giving him reassurance. Yeah. What was sort of the message of that?
He's a competitor. Justin comes from a family of basketball. His dad is, one of the best directors at the AAU level in the country. He's well coached, and he puts so much pressure on himself. And a lot of times, you guys don't see what we see in practice. He shows flashes of being a really, really, really good player, but he's still a freshman, and he's gonna make some mistakes. And I was just telling him, listen, man, you turned it over. Who cares? Next possession, you have to have the next possession, next play mentality to continue to develop. And that was just my message to him. You're going to get back in at some point. Forget that play. If I'm not thinking about it, you should not be thinking about it.
You had a stretch where they kind of really ratcheted up the defense, and I thought Jalen was huge, kind of keeping you in that offensively for a while. We hadn't talked about him yet, so I want to mention him for you.
Yeah, Jalen, we're going to have to continue. We're going to have to do our jobs as coaches, myself included, and trying to just find ways to get him going, because we know the double is going to come. And every game is going to present a different set of problems. Obviously, at Dayton, they came to double. We were a little bit more proactive with what we were doing. Today, not so much. But we'll have a chance to go back and watch film. I think he's got to be a little bit more I guess you could say, go for the singles. Get 2 or 3 singles and then go for the home run. He's just so talented. Sometimes he spins himself into some trouble, but he still has 17 and 8. And I think the will for him to be able to foul out, for him to have a concussion against, who was that against?
UMass.
Who's that?
UMass.
UMass. For him to have a concussion against UMass, and for us to still walk out of this place with a W, it's a testament to the rest of those guys.
Tony, when you look at a game like this where they legitimately had a chance to close it out at the end of regulation, you legitimately had a chance, you were maybe a half second away at the end of the first overtime. How galvanizing can a win like that be for a team, whether it's an intangible thing or something else, as you head deeper into a season?
Yeah, we all know how this thing goes. It's a game of possession. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it does not. We're playing a game of separation right now in conference play, and that's what it comes down to. That was obviously a good win for us and a tough one for GW. But we go to St. Bonaventure in 48 hours. I'll be able to reflect on this game and watch it. But to be honest with you, like I said, the basketball guys were on our side this time because we've been on the other end of it. And we learned from it. You know, again, I'll take it back to our home loss against Central Michigan. We were 2-3. We had a chance to, you know, kind of lay down, but we took our resilience to James Madison, and we've been rolling ever since. And so we're learning all sorts of different lessons in these games, and hopefully we'll just continue to trend up.
Going back to Jalen, anything you think you could have done to keep him out of foul trouble, or do you think it was the double technical? What exactly happened on that play?
Jalen Haynes, I don't even know, to be honest with you. I didn't have a chance to even talk through the technical foul. I was just happy it was a double tech. But he's got to keep his composure, to be honest with you. I don't remember his fouls. You know, I think he gets a little frustrated because he's such a big physical guy. And when you foul him, it doesn't look like a foul. And that's the one thing that I've got to continue to just challenge him. And so he has to understand that. You know, I'll deliver that message to, you know, the referees before the game. But once the ball is tipped, like, he's got to be able to play through that and just be a little bit smarter. You know, you talk about another guy that plays with so much passion. He's got to get better with his poise because I think one or two of those fouls were just fouls that he did not need to get.
Anyone else returning? Okay, thank you.